7 popular men's hairstyling tips for better hair. People got the questions, I've got the answers. No messing about today, let's get right into it. Number 1, if you've either got thin hair or you're experiencing hair loss and your hair is getting thinner, thicken up that hair, make it look alive again with some textured powder. There's a number of great uses that texturizing powders can provide, from being a great pick-me-up for later on in the going once, going twice. So, to the man in blue. There's a number of different uses that texturizing powders can provide, from being a great pick-me-up for later on in the day when your hair needs, a little bit more product. Texturizing powder. It also has some dry shampoo elements where it absorbs some oil because it's such a dry product. But the biggest benefit comes from helping to thicken up hair that is on the thinner side. It's super lightweight and dry, so you'll be able to lift fragile hair and it won't get greasy or weighed down due to how dry of a product it is. Number 2, I can't emphasize enough how important a pre-styler is to put in your hair prior to blow drying your hair, making it dry. A pre-styler, to put it simply, is any product that you can use before you blow dry your hair to help create the foundation of your hairstyle. It should be lightweight, it should help to add control and definitely prolong how long your hairstyle is going to last for that day. A pre-styler makes a huge difference for me between an okay hairstyle and a great hairstyle, as you can see from these before and after shots. And of course, Original by BluMaan has been my go-to pre-styler for a couple of years now. It's a solid pre-styler that by now I completely rely on. Number 3 is understanding how important it is to take care of your scalp, the skin underneath your hair. A lot of people forget that your scalp is skin. The same way that you take care of the skin on your face, you should be looking after the skin on top of your head, your scalp. I've partnered up with Head & Shoulders for this video, and I've said it before, but I've actually used Head & Shoulders before I even started my YouTube channel, back when I used to live in Africa. It's always been my go-to to fight off any itchiness that I might be experiencing or any dandruff or flakes. But not only is Head & Shoulders an effective tool to fight off dandruff and flakes, I can personally attest that from my experience in the past. It also helps with what I keep saying, the skin under your hair, your scalp. See, when your scalp undergoes stress, which can be caused by heat tools such as a blow dryer or using product pretty much every day, which by the way, I check both of those boxes. But under this stress, your hair can experience damage, impacting the quality of hair growth, dullness, loss of shine, and even hair breakage. And of course, all of these things can lead back to flakes, dry scalp, dandruff, itchiness, things that are not very nice. Head & Shoulders has been designed to help moisturize scalp skin for a healthy scalp, which is of course the perfect base for any hairstyle because it produces healthy and manageable hair. So with that said, if you guys want to check out Head & Shoulders, I've got a link for you down below. You can check them out on Target. Number 4 is don't overwash your hair. This directly ties back in with maintaining a healthy scalp. What I'd recommend is at least skipping every other day, and if you can, skip even more than that. Your scalp creates natural oils, obviously. That's why we usually wash our hairs, because we are starting to experience that greasy buildup. But if you wash your hair too much, your scalp starts to overcompensate for, constantly having the oil stripped out by reproducing new oils on a much quicker basis. The oils that your scalp creates are good for you. They're nourishing for your scalp and for your hair. But of course, if you have too much of that, that's what leads to greasiness. You can balance this out by washing your hair less and using a moisturizing conditioner. But what if your hair is kind of grimy on days that you don't wash your hair and you don't like that greasy feel? I've been there in the past. Number 5, obviously, get yourself some dry shampoo if you don't own dry shampoo. Dry shampoo is the shampoo that you use on days that you don't use real shampoo. I use dry shampoo a couple times a week. By this point, it's a must-have in my product lineup. It helps to absorb excess oil and it makes your hair look and feel as if it's been washed, or at least close to that feeling. To me, it's an absolute must-have, and if you want something that will help you wash your hair less with real shampoo, make sure you check out dry shampoo. Number 6, when you're styling your hair, when you're there in the morning putting it in place, make sure that you're working with your hair and with the texture, the way it grows, the natural consistency, and not against it. Utilize what you have and make it better rather than trying to fight against your hair and doing something that it just wasn't designed to do. Now don't get me wrong, if I grow my hair out and I have longer hair, I have a bit more options. I can kind of, manipulate it in different directions a little bit easier. But there's a lot of guys who have a very specific hairstyle in mind and will do whatever it takes to try to make their hair look like that. Even if it means making it look real funny because the hairstyle they pick doesn't match their face shape or hair type. Let's be realistic and maximize what we have. And for our final number 7, it's important to understand that different hair types need different amounts of product. Often one product can work on more than one hair type, but the amount that you need to use might change. Might go up, might go down, like a seesaw. To play it safe, especially if it's a new product that you haven't used before, always start with less and layer in product until you hit the hold that you're after. After you've done this enough times, you'll know the amount that you need to take from the get-go. For some people, it might be a little pea-sized amount on their finger, and for others, it might be a scoop and a half. Layer little by little until you get the perfect amount. Also, more often than not, you'll find that you actually don't need as much product as you might think. If you put too much product in your hair, oftentimes it'll make your hair get heavy, it'll weigh it down, and you're not going to be having that volume or having that hairstyle that you're going for a long period of time. Too much product often means too heavy, your hair goes, but not mine. I use the right amount of product. Well guys, it's time to up your hair game continually. That's what we do here. We continually up hair game. That's 7 tips to make your hairstyle look better. Check out Head & Shoulders, link down below or at Target. Thank you guys for watching. I will see everybody next time.